That will also lead us to Trendwave, because this is also clearly trending. Now we've got, Trend Social Plug. Amal can't see me. Amal, good morning to you. Well, it starts at a young age, don't they? You know, these kids these days, when it comes to money.
Good morning, how are you?
Very well, Amal.
I love that child. That child is...
Amal, you love the child because the child chose currency.
Child is very strong person, very focused.
The awareness at that age, wow.
Well, talking about today's trend waves, we start with a popular singer and completely musician, which is Wendy Shay. Now, Wendy Shay went on Twitter to gift her fans, to give her fans in the spirit of celebrations as well as appreciation for her fans. She decided to gift airtime to her fans. Now, shortly after, she put out a tweet complaining about the cost of data in Ghana. Now, I'm pretty sure all of us have had experiences with data in different countries around Africa. We have had our different experiences with data. But here's what some of our fans had to say. Let's look at the comments. So we have Cadillacs2, who says Ghana data is far better than Ivory Coast and Togo. We dare manage. Well, wow. This was Wendy Shay's tweet talking about, have you guys realized how expensive data is here in Ghana? Kindly do something about it. Ghana, wake up. We have Collins Leto Tete, who says the most staunchly held views are based on ignorance or accepted dogma, not carefully considered accumulations of facts. It will be best to support how expensive it is with facts of how much you use a day, week, and the amount, so they understand cause expensive is relative. Now, Olisa and Olicha, I want to ask you guys, how much data do you use in a month?
Wow. In Naira value?
Yes, in Naira value.
I'll say between 10 to 12,000 Naira in terms of mobile data.
Yeah,
so,
mobile data.
Yeah, 10 to 12.
And in terms of Wi-Fi, that's the Wi-Fi, the wireless network, you use above 25,000 in a month.
Yes, because I find that with mobile data, I use around 16 to 18, and then Wi-Fi is around 80, so it's relatively the same, basically.
But like one of the tweeters said, I mean, expensive is relative. 25,000 might be cheap to some people, it might be expensive to some. So I think it's a perspective here that that particular Twitter user was talking about. But
Wendy Shay, the Ghanaian artist, she's saying that the data is expensive in Ghana. Yeah, I think perhaps maybe to know the price of what
it is.
Yeah, like 2 gig data, 1 gig data would cost in terms of Ghana. They use CDs, don't they?
Yeah. But I guess what the person said is right. It depends also on what you're using it for. You can't, someone that's using data for WhatsApp can't compare with someone that's using data for Netflix. So I guess it's quite relative in that way.
True,
right.
True.
Yeah. Now, up next has to be one of the most social media's most trending topics. And I'm pretty sure some of the ladies are not happy with this topic. But one Mr. Babajide on Twitter came out to highlight the double standard between men and women. Now, let's take a look. Let me just read out a bit of what he said. So he's trying to talk about the difference between how men are taken, how women are taken. So he says, man kneels down to propose. Social media opinion, ladies. Oh, God, bueno, am I not your child? Am I a broom? If a woman kneels down to serve her husband palm wine on their wedding day, the same opinion, ladies, will be like, is she worshiping him? Not a slave. So he went in to give different same circumstances that are taken quite differently, and people had a lot to say about it. Not everybody agreed with him, but most men did, obviously. We have Official Omo, who says, what can we say? It's a man's world. Well, I don't think she understood it, because he's trying to say it's a woman's world. Glory says it's a double standards for me, especially when it comes to body shaming short men.
Whoa.
I've never had anyone body shame a short.
Oh.
Well, you can't speak for yourself. First, you're a woman. Second, you're tall, I'm out. So anyway, carry on.
Yeah, we have Okola who says, I don't agree with waking up a woman from sleep to cook for you. In that case, you can heat up something for yourself. Facts to the rest. Now, I actually agree with her, because I think in one of his tweets, he was trying to say that if a man wakes up and prepares breakfast for his wife, then he's a romantic person. But if he wakes up his wife to cook for him in the middle of the night after a long day of work, then he's enslaving her, which I don't agree with. That's not the same thing. But anyway, we have from Queen, who says, like you say, do what makes you happy. Don't live your life based on social media standards. Most of them don't practice what they tweet in real life. Now, just to throw it back to you guys, do you actually think there are double standards between men and women? Because we grew up knowing it's a man's world, but the men are making it look like it's a woman's world these days.
Narratives are changing, girl. Things are changing. What we grew up knowing in the 90s and the 80s and the 70s is beginning to take a different shape and form in 2021.
Well, I don't think I'm the best person to drag into this conversation. Yeah, because...
So, Lisa, will you wake up your wife to cook for you in the middle of the night? Because you did breakfast.
Of course not. Why would I want to do that?
I thought Olisa was saying, of course, yes.
I thought it was okay, of course I will. I was like, huh?
Nah. Yeah, and there's more to life than in marriage than
just food.
And just food. Like,
oh, yeah,
but most of the
went to a man's
complaints...
heart to stretch his tummy.
Most of these complaints were food. Page 1 to page... Food. So I guess we know the way to a man's heart. Thank you so much for having me.
Really.
Thank you so much.
Well, Amal, trust me, there are other ways.